Thank you for clicking on my video and Happy New Year. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. If you celebrate it, if you don't, I hope you had a lovely holiday period. Today I'll be showing you a list of books that are on my to be read list that I'm really excited to get to in this new year. So I hope you enjoy, and let's just get on into it. So you may now notice a gap in the bookcase behind me. That's where I used to keep my books to be read. There they are. I've actually got more, but I don't want to balance them all and they all fall on the floor. So for me, my to be read books are the ones that I've either attempted to read and I'm going to try again, or the ones I haven't read at all. These books I picked up from various charity shops, and I am really excited to go again soon, but I'm filming this video to remind myself of the books that I actually have still to read, so I don't get tempted and go to a charity shop and buy some more that I'm not going to get to for a long time. So the first one on my list is one by one of my favourite authors, Sophie Kinsella's Wedding Night. I picked this up simply because it was by Sophie Kinsella. I haven't really read much about it, but to be honest, I love a romance. Wedding Night just sounds good. It sounds like it's about a sister who's getting married and another sister who's going to stop the wedding. So it sounds like a good old dramatic romantic read, and I'm really excited. So next up is Vicky Patterson's My Sister's Wedding. Clearly a theme here. I think I must have picked these up in the same shop. So this one is again with two different sisters, but this is more to do with the two sisters drifting apart during big things happening in their life. So sounds like a good read as well. Next up, I've got 3 of Katie Ford's books. She's again one of my favourite writers. So I've got Going Dutch by Katie Ford. This one's actually one that I picked up at a charity shop. It's damaged, and I thought I want to take it home with me even more because, I don't know, I'm that person. I'll take it home if it's damaged, and I think I paid like 10p for it. No, 25p. I paid 25p for this book. This is about 2 friends who are sworn off men, and they go on a barge, live on a barge, and they kind of navigate their way of life. I'm not quite sure about this one, to be honest. I picked it up because it's my favourite author, but I have no idea what's going on. Still, I think it'll be like one of those like random fun reads that it's a little bit romantic. Next up by Katie Ford is A Secret Garden, and this is about Lorna and her friend Philly who work together in a manor house in the Cotswolds, which just sounds like the perfect setting. This is going to be such a great summer read, one that I'll just take to the park with me one day and start reading and just devour it really. So I'm really excited for that. And then finally we've got Flora's Lot, and I think this is one of her oldest books. I've had this one for a while. I just haven't quite gotten around to it. It sounds like Flora, who lives in London, decides to move and join her family's antique business. So it's a big life change and navigating that as well. There seems to be quite a theme going on, but again, it sounds like a really nice kind of summer read. Don't know why, but that one gives me summer vibes. I think it might be the cover. Now I've got another one of my favourite authors. I keep saying that, but to be fair, Sophie Kinsella, Kate Ford, Lucy Diamond. You'll see in my bookcase reorganisation video that these 3 authors are a common theme. So I've got Lucy Diamond, Hens Reunited, Lucy Diamond's Sweet Temptation, and Lucy Diamond's The Beach Cafe. Now all of these I found together in the same charity shop, so clearly someone was having a Lucy Diamond purge. So The Sweet Temptation's about a witty moving novel of all things that matter, love, friendship and chocolate. I think this might be a bit triggering because it says that they count calories and stuff, so if that's not for you, then I might probably not want to pick up. I don't know if it will be triggering for me, but we'll have to see. The Beach Cafe is about Evie Flynn, who has a member of her family who dies and leaves her a cafe in Cornwall. So this sounds like a really nice summer read as well. And Hens Reunited is about some friends who have fallen apart and their marriages have fallen apart, and they, like the title says, reunite. Erica James' Summer at the Lake is one that I've tried to read. I haven't quite gotten through it. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why I put this down anymore, but it stayed in my TBR, so clearly I wanted to give it another try at some point. You've got Christy Watson, The Language of Kindness, A Nurse's Story. I went through a moment of reading stories of doctors and nurses. I've got a couple of Adam Kay's books, so this one is his Christmas short book, 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas. And around that time I also picked up this book. So it's not one that I would usually pick up, but if I'm feeling in that mood, it'd be quite a different read for me. So yeah. So this one is called This Is How It Ends by Kathleen McMahon. I don't know how to pronounce that. And it's about two people, Bruno and Addie, and their relationship and how they're tested. And it says it won the 2013 Summer Book Club, which really just ages my books. But it sounds like a very nice summer read. I think I might have started this and then put it down, but it's going back on. So this one I did attempt to read. It's called All the Lonely People by Mike Gale. And I started it and then I didn't finish it. It's about a man called Hubert Bird who is living a lie. He's telling everyone that he's having a great time, and every time he speaks to his daughter on the phone he says that he's going out and having fun and friendship and he's retired, but in reality he never leaves. So his daughter finds out that he's lying, and yeah, I'm hoping that he will find someone and he'll have that life that he's always been dreaming of. But I put this one down. I'm not sure why, but I will pick it back up at some point. Then I've got two more by Sophie Kinsella. These are her writing as Madeline Wickham. So it's called The Desirable Residence and The Wedding Girl. So it says here that she wrote these before the Shopaholic series, and she's writing as Madeline Wickham, which is actually her real name. These are written in a different style, so I'm not quite sure that I'll love them, but there are quite a few books that she's written as Madeline Wickham, and The Wedding Girl is the first one, and this one is the 7th one. So if I like the first one, I might pick up all the 6 and then get to the 7th, but I'm not sure if they're related at all, or if I can just read them. So yeah, those two. I picked up Cecilia Ahern's P.S. I Love You. This is my favourite sad movie. I've never read the book. It's quite chunky though. I mean, it looks chunky because it's smaller. It's about 520 pages. And it's the classic Holly and Jerry story, and Jerry dies and leaves her a message, and many messages after, just to get her going after his death. It's such a beautiful story, so I picked up the book when I saw it. Chrissy Manby's again. Oh, we've got 2 of Chrissy Manby's books, Crazy and Love. This is one I've had for such a long time and I just haven't read it. I think I'm waiting to go on like a holiday or somewhere that I need a light, small book, and then I'll start reading this. So this is about Birdie, who's convinced she's found the one. However, Dean is not the one. So it feels like a very, very light summer reading book. It's 290 pages, so that'll be a nice easy one. It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne, and I actually got quite a bit into this. I only put it down because I wanted to start reading Christmas books, so I'm actually going to pick this up next just to finish it. It wasn't like I wasn't enjoying it. It's about a girl who has a traumatic breakup, and she meets this boy, and this boy is into movies, and she hates all the movies because she thinks that they're all lying about love. And I mean, she's not wrong really, but it's kind of navigating that and falling in love again, I think. And I think this is a YA, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, so this is a YA. Don't really read many of those, but I really liked the premise of it, so I picked it up and I will be finishing this off next. I'm about halfway through. So those are all the books in my normal TBR list. I then have a Christmas TBR list. I tend to read Christmas books all year round. I love that feeling, I love that coziness. Doesn't really matter what it is, apart from summer where I'll pick up the summer books. If it's autumn, winter time, I'll be reading Christmas books. If it's spring, summertime, I'll probably be reading summer books. That seems to be my pattern. Apart from this one time where I actually specifically searched out for an autumn book and I found the coziest one. Let me tell you what it was. This one. Lauren Westwood's Finding Home. Such a cozy autumnal read. Really, really recommend it if you're searching for it. And if you have any recommendations for autumn reads, please leave them down below. I'm always looking for them. Because sometimes I'm not quite ready to get into the Christmas spirit, which is just insane. But, so let's get on with my Christmas TBRs. My stack's up to here now. So starting off, I've got One Day in December by Josie Silver. I've heard so many people talking about this. It's apparently follows a couple, but around the whole year they just meet in December, so it's not specifically a Christmas read. So I think this might be one that I pick up at any time, and I might change it into the normal TBR as opposed to the Christmas one now that I know what it's really about. I've got All About Us by Tom Ellen. It is about a guy called Ben who's lost a bit of his Christmas magic, and he's trying to make the biggest decision of his life and follow his heart. And it just sounds like a good old Christmas romance. I'm hoping it's going to give me the cozy feels. Next I've got Lindsay Kelt's I Heart Christmas, which is about Angela, who's planning on going off to New York and having Christmas there. And Christmas in New York, just like Home Alone 2, just sounds amazing. So I'm really excited to read that. Next I've got A Wedding at Christmas by Chrissy Manby. I mean, do I really need to explain this after I just showed you my normal TBR? Apparently I love a wedding book, and I love a Christmas book, so mix them all together. And this just is right up my street. Snowflakes and Cinnamon Swirls at the Winter Wonderland by Heidi Swain, sorry. This is about a woman called Hayley. She moves to Winethorpe Hall, which sounds just amazing, after calling off her engagement. And she meets someone else, which just sounds right up my street. Keep saying that. The Christmas Escape by Sarah Morgan. I mean, look at this cover. I don't even need to say anything else. I think this is what drawn me right in. And it's about Christie's perfect Christmas escape, a dream trip to Lapland with her family and her best friend. I'm moving on. Nothing else needs to be said. Christmas at the Cornish Cafe. If you watched my Vlogmas last year, then you would have known that this was a did not finish, purely because I started reading this too late. I wanted the real Christmas feels straight away, and I was about 50 pages in and it was just November, so it was just a bit slow. I'm sure we'll get to Christmas at some point, but I think I might need to start reading this one a little bit earlier, not on like the 20th where I want to feel the Christmas magic straight away. And finally, we've got Rita Bradshaw, The Winter Rose. I would not usually pick up a cover like this, but this was a gift from my partner, and it's set in December 1902, when Rose is looking forward to her baby's first Christmas, but her husband dies just before that. So it sounds like a proper historical drama, and I'm kind of excited about this because it seems it gives me Call the Midwife vibes. I'm not sure if it's set in London or anything, but it really feels like a story out of that, except it's about 50 years too early. But yeah, there are 2 more books that I need to show you, and those are these. So these are the blind dates with the books that I picked up, and just for the sake of organising my bookshelf, I want to open them up. I normally wouldn't do this, but I really want to know what they are. I'm come to the point where I really want to know. So this one says, a Sunday Times feel-good Christmas novel will certainly get you in the Christmas spirit. Okay, so this one's called Trisha Ashley, The Christmas Invitation. And Good Housekeeping says it's like a nice mug of mulled wine in book form. So, I mean, that just sounds amazing. It's about Meg, who is definitely not in the Christmas mood, but she's invited to spend the run-up to Christmas in the snowy countryside. It just sounds right up my street. I'm really excited about this one, actually. And then the next one is about Hannah and Nico and the heartwarming story of love, friendship and Christmas magic. This is also adult fiction. I feel like it's Christmas all over again. Ooh, this one's called Christmas Wishes by Sue Moorcraft. And just look at this cover. Oh my gosh, I love it. So this is about Hannah, who bumps into her brother's best friend Nico in Stockholm, and they rekindle a fast friendship. But Hannah has a boyfriend and Nico has 2 children to look after. So it's about how they're going to turn their friendship into being lovers. So a friendship to lovers one, which it just sounds so nice. I almost want to read this now. I love the size of it. It looks like a good size. It looks like a great cover. And just an all-round really nice story. So these 2 that I just opened up, I'm really excited for. Right. And that is it. That is all the books in my bookshelf that I have not read or I've started reading and I've put them down. I'm going to input these onto Goodreads because, believe it or not, I've never used Goodreads before, even though I've been reading my entire life. So I really want to make a habit of that in 2023. So I'm going to add all of those on. All those 27 books. So this has been a nice reminder that I do not need to go to a charity shop and buy more books because I've got loads here that I need to read. And it's just gotten me excited again. So those are my current books on my TBR. If I go to that bookshop, I will make sure to do a haul for any of you who are interested. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. It's just been a nice reminder for me to read all my books in the bookshelf, and hopefully it will be a nice reminder for you to go around your house or go around your bookcase to find the books that you may want to give a second chance or that you haven't read yet. So we've got a fresh list for 2023. I am now going to put all of these away and film another video that will be coming up on my channel very shortly called my bookcase reorganisation. So expect that very shortly. And if you do want to watch that, hit the subscribe button so you're alerted. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. And yeah, thank you. Bye.